Welcome back to another episode of The Violent Mic, powered by Violent Money. I'm Daley Perales. We've got Joe the Baller. Our guest today, my fire, Martin Foru. Welcome, my champ.
Thank you, coach.
Now, obviously, I know you very well. Know everything about you. You probably got some secrets. You never know.
So you?
But, you know, there's people out there that don't know you. You know what I mean? And I want the people to know who Martin Foru is, because I know you're going to be a superstar.
Right.
So make them understand, who are you?
So first of all, they know my name now, Martin.
Yeah.
Martin Foru. I was born and raised in the Netherlands. Quite a rough upbringing. Didn't always have it nice. Didn't always have it my way. I'm a fighter, man. At heart, I want to succeed so badly. I'm willing to sacrifice everything.
So you talk about sacrifices, because I know you've been through a lot. You've told me a lot of personal things, and we've actually had a lot of deep conversations. You know, it's always deep between me. One thing I like about us is that, you know, we laugh, we joke, you train hard, you know, you do everything I ask you to do. But we also, you know, connected in a deep way. And I think that's what makes our relationship good, man. So I know you've been through a lot. So let's talk about those sacrifices. You know, go back to the beginning, you know, in Holland, like your parents, you got family, obviously, brothers, sisters. Tell us about that.
So I grew up in a single parent household. So with my mum. I think my dad, I realized he wasn't gonna be in my life from the age of 4 or 5, something like that. Because he used to live with us.
Yeah.
But then at a certain point, it became clear to me that he wasn't around no more. I was not gonna see him ever, or maybe once in a blue moon, or you know what I'm talking about. So that was hard on me, and I blamed it on my mum. Although I was a little kid, I felt like, man, this is can't be no other way. You know, I felt like maybe it sounds weird, but I feel a bit betrayed or something. You know,
was you living with your brother? You got brothers and sisters?
Yeah. 2 brothers.
So you the
same
youngest,
mum and dad.
Oldest?
I'm the youngest.
Oh, you're the youngest, yeah?
Yeah, I'm the youngest. I got 2 older brothers, but it's funny because we were like triplets, right? Because I'm 24 now. The other brother's 25. The other one's 26. So we're like right after each other. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it wasn't always easy, man.
So
like,
did your father, did they split? Is that why you found it?
Yeah.
You know, tough.
Yeah, and I was blamed on my mum, and it wasn't good. But it was like she was the only one around, and I didn't have a good relationship with her, and I felt like my relationship with my dad was good, but it's just it's so complicated for me as a child. It was hard to deal with,
Especially being the youngest as well.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
But to be honest, every kid though, because I think, okay, as the youngest definitely, but I'm thinking as the oldest as well, because now all of a sudden the oldest brother, so my brother, like we're all so close, like there's no brothers in this world, I believe, that got a better relationship than me and my brothers.
That's nice, man.
You know, we're so close. Although back in the day it was hell on earth.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Every day fighting. We went all in as well. Like there was a lot of competition between us. Like, and it was no holding back either. You know, like fighting until, you know, like someone needed to break us up, or like pull us away, or whatever. We would not stop. So it wasn't always like the way it is now. We're good now though.
Would you say that's your first childhood memory, like feeling betrayed? You know, that moment was a big moment in your life. You know, feeling betrayed, and what did it do from there? You know, you felt betrayed, and then obviously you keep that feeling.
Yeah.
You know, growing up.
Yeah.
You know, I know through experience as well that
Yeah.
at some point, you know, you can get yourself into some stuff that you don't want to get into, you know what I mean? Because of
100%.
those struggles, you build up so much anger.
Yeah.
Did you feel any of that? And if you did it turn? You know what I mean?
Well, to be honest, it wasn't really the betrayal. I had deep feelings, and I used to tell my mum this as well. As a young kid, I had deep feelings of, for example, guilt,
Yeah.
of deep anger, even growing up with a lot of nightmares and a lot of pain deep inside me.
Yeah.
Like I didn't, from a child, I was so aware of life and death where I did not enjoy living, kind of, you know.
Yeah, that's deep, man.
It was very hard for me growing up. Really, I did not enjoy life. And then at a certain point, I would just ask my mother a lot of questions, and she couldn't answer them. Questions that go beyond everyone's knowledge.
Yeah.
Crazy things, and I was struggling. A lot, and
Maybe it was hard for her to give you some of those answers.
definitely
Probably trying to protect you at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so, to be honest. I think my mum really didn't know those answers. And plus, you have to imagine, my mum, she was a single parent as well. She was going through a lot of stuff herself. And she had 3 boys that did not listen, you know.
Yeah, that must have been
for
tough.
Example, I'm
yeah.
giving you an example. Yeah, sometimes you see a single mother with, sometimes you see 1 kid, 2 kids, but 3 kids, all the same age, yeah, running around, not listening. One's going that way, one's going that way.
the other way.
The other one's pissing against a tree, or, and she's just shouting behind her asses, stress, so much stress. And that's why everything in my, memory, when I think of home, was just stress. A lot of stress, a lot of shouting, a lot of fighting, a lot of anger. No proper guidance, like no teachings in sense of life. Just how to deal with life sometimes.
So when did you move from the Netherlands to the UK? Did you come here with your brothers or?
No, I came by myself, but I think I was 19. Yeah.
And you're
I'm 24 now. Yeah.
What made you move from the Netherlands to here? Because obviously here it's people say America's the Big Apple. If you come to London,
I know through talking to him that before, even moving to the UK, you had loads of things going on in the Netherlands that you were dealing with. From loads of conversations I've had with you, you've you lived a bit of a street life as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Went down the wrong path. You know what I mean? People dragging you there. Mm-hmm. You still doing boxing. You was an amateur boxer. You started doing some kickboxing. Is it?
That's when I first started.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I started boxing when I was 13.
Yeah.
Then the gym I was boxing from, they were doing kickboxing as well. So the first hour there was boxing, second hour was kickboxing. So at first, I started with the boxing though, learning the basics, and then with the kickboxing, we just do sparring and everything. But I had an injured ankle, so I couldn't even kick and stuff. So it was.
Is that the same ankle that's still?
Same ankle is still hurting me.
That's the one. It's from that, yeah.
Yeah, broke my ankle at 13. Had surgeries on it, injections in it, everything. Because the thing is, when I broke it, they didn't see it in the hospital. So I got X-ray though. They said, oh yeah, it's not broken, but no one looked at the pictures.
Ankle injuries are no joke, man.
It's not, but when you look at the pictures now, it's broken. You can see the fracture.
Yeah.
I even got on a disc. We still trying. Building up a case against the hospital and everything. But it's long, man. It's frustrating as well. It's going on for 9 years now.
It's a long time, yeah. What made you get into boxing?
So that's why you.
Yeah.
That's why you got it. So you turn your attention to boxing then.
Yeah.
Because of your ankle. I mean, you wanted to kick something at first.
No, not really. I was just doing it at the same time, yeah.
Oh, you're doing it at the same time.
But just for more experience in actual combat, in fighting, because the kickboxers, I think they were different mentality.
Yeah.
More like,
Let's have it, tough, gritty.
gritty,
Yeah.
tough, like, just they were punching to hurt you.
Yeah.
Whether with the boxing class, it was more technical. Yeah.
You feel like boxing kept you away or helped in some way with, I know you was in some stuff, but, helped in some way. Like I said, it keeps dragging and trying to pull you this way, but then you got your amateur boxing, and through experience, when you're boxing, especially as an amateur, that's a place that teaches you discipline, dedication, focus, to stay away from that stuff.
Yeah.
So, did it help in a way with that kind of stuff?
Yeah, definitely. And the funny thing is, obviously but when I started boxing, I had my coach, Thomas.
Yeah.
And as I did not have anyone to look up to in my life, when I started boxing, in the beginning, he didn't know I was involved in some street things, and I was doing a lot of madness, but he didn't know. Obviously, I'm not gonna go up to him and tell him like, oh, I do this and this and that. But then this one time I got arrested, and it was taking long, and they
Was it bad? You don't have to go into detail, but was it?
No, it was bad. It was bad.
Really?
Yeah, they were I think had 10 cases on me, and it was looking like I was gonna go away for some time, and but everything, things worked in my favor, and then when I came out, I became closer to my coach as well, because he was like, he was shocked. He was like, whoa, like I didn't know you was going through all this stuff, and of course he was angry at the same time, but then from that moment he kind of taught me life, things I was missing so much, that just lessons about life, and how what life is all what it's about.
He was probably more, not trying to say this in a rude way, but he's probably one of the most important people a person to have in your life, probably in those moments. You know what I mean?
As a boy as well.
100%.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's different. Look, your mum can be your mum and dad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can be your mum and dad, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you could go to your dad and say things to your dad that you couldn't say to your mum. Do you get what I'm saying?
I don't know about that, because I was never able to talk to my dad.
That's what I'm saying. So
yeah,
obviously you're saying your first coach.
Yeah, but then with him, I was able to do it. Yeah, it's true.
Because he taught you so many things that you didn't know. Do you know what I mean?
But even now with my coach now, like I can tell him everything, everything.
Yeah, he tells everyone I'm his father.
Yeah, like.
But that's good. That's good to have that kind of bond, I think.
Yeah,
Do you know
definitely.
what I mean? You're not just there just to turn up into the gym, do a few pad work or whatever, do some fights or whatever, and then go. Yeah. You have that connection. Do you know what I'm saying?
We both have the same mentality. That's what it is. I mean, we've both been through similar situations. I don't need to ramble on about my stuff. We all know my stuff, but me and him have been through a lot. It's so different, but so similar.
Yeah.
And that's why we always talk a lot, and it doesn't have to be boxing. We can just talk about something completely different, and it's hard to get that relationship with fighters. Some people actually will say you shouldn't get too deep with a fighter, because in case they leave you one day.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's very hard to do that when you put yourself so deep into this sport where it's a part of your life, you know what I mean, every single day. And I think to be one of the best coaches in the world, to train a future champion of the world that's sitting here right now, I can only do it one way, and that's with passion, that's with love. And so that's why I build these bonds with these fighters. If they leave one day, so be it. But I'm going to do it like that, because I know how it feels to, when I was a fighter, when I didn't have that from a coach. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to show to these fighters, man. You know what I mean? Do smart things with their careers. And I think he's proof of that. He's gone through so much to get to this point. And he's sharing it with us today, Martin Foru. Tell him your nickname, man.
You want to know?
Go on.
I'm the example.
The example.
I'm the example.
Where did that name come from? Because everyone's got their name and it's come from somewhere. So obviously there's a reason.
Yeah.
That you've got
the example. You know why? It comes from something my mum was telling me. You know, like because the area I grew up in, you know, there was a lot of kids like me, like without guidance and just doing a lot of nonsense and stuff. And she always used to say like that I'm an example to them, you know, for the way I changed my life around and the way I work for my dreams. You know, I make sacrifices. I do whatever I have to do, everything in my power. And she was like, "Yeah, you're an example to to the youth." And then I was like, "Bro," when I was thinking about a nickname, I was like, "But you know what? I'm the example." Yeah.
And definitely, if you're talking about becoming a world champion one day, that's what you have to be to everyone that's, you know, your fan base, kids, you know, that are coming up behind you. So that's a perfect name you picked.
But it's gone bigger than just being an example for them, because when I think about it now, when I was growing up, there was no one I would look up to and say, yeah, he's my example, or like like he's the example. He's
my idol. He's my idol.
Yeah, there was no one really, especially not in boxing, because professional boxing in the Netherlands there's none. Like, name one professional boxer, you know, from the Netherlands, a Dutch champion. You don't know, like. So there was no one really to look up to for me. Like, I grew up in a town called Ada, and definitely there was nothing like for like
nothing
in terms of
nothing in what way?
Like in terms of like idols, people didn't come from there.
Was it rough there?
Well, rough, like. So where I grew up, like my area was like, we've been through a lot, done a lot of bad stuff.
It's weird you say that, because when someone, so like for me, I grew up football. My idol, Thierry Henry, even though I don't support Arsenal, but as a striker, I've always looked up to be like him, kind of thing. Yeah. So you say in Netherlands there wasn't anyone that was an idol in boxing. So how did you get into boxing? What made you? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, for you, example, what made you get into boxing? Was it because you watched boxing?
My older brothers were pro boxers.
Do you get what I mean? So what made you get into it? What was it?
So for me, it was I was out on the street, and I bumped into my cousin. It was a family friend, right? And so I'm asking him, "What are you doing in my area?" Because he didn't live there. He lived in another area. And he said, "Oh, I'm just coming from the boxing gym." I was like, "Oh, boxing. Oh, I want to do kickboxing or whatever. Like, I wanted to fight, right?" And I was thinking about this a long time, but my mum would never allow us to do any martial arts, because she thought like there's violence and whatever. We were always fighting. I think she must think like, oh, we're gonna use it for the bad, or you know what I'm talking about. But when I was 13 and I felt like, look, I'm old enough to make my own decisions. You know, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna box.
So that was it.
He said, no. So I said, First thing I said, well, I want to do kickboxing. They said, oh, no, you're gonna come with me. You're gonna box. I said, box? Yeah, come. So he took me to the gym next day. Since that day, I never left the gym. I was like, wow. Because I loved it so much. Plus, that same coach, he was like, I felt like someone finally wrapping their arms around me and saying, I'm going to take you and guide you, yeah.
And tell me your first, because I know my hands, my elbows are sore every day. So tell me the first person, please tell me, like, you might not remember his name, but you have the memory of the first person you laid out, knocked out.
Yeah.
Did it happen in amateurs? It can't be the first pro fight. So obviously, I know you had knockouts in amateurs. What's your first memory of that feeling of knocking someone out?
To be honest, the whole, the whole fight, I'm buzzing.
Yeah.
Right? So you're in the zone. Once you lay someone out, I'm still aware of them being able to get up. So it's not like I'm not yet celebrating, when I knock them down, because that's the first thing, you knock them down.
Yeah.
Like once the punch land, you're not sure if it's gonna be a knockout or no. So you go to the corner and you wait, you see if they're gonna get up. If they get waved out, then you're not enough, right? Then,
Yeah.
But one time, I knocked someone out, like cold, and where I just knew once I landed a punch and he went to the ground, because my eyes don't leave the target, right? So I punch him, boom, and he goes down. And as soon as he hit the canvas, I was looking at him, and he was just jelly, and I knew straight away he's not gonna get up.
And I remember a video I came across, actually. I used it for an edit one time of him knocking someone out in literally 5 seconds. I think it was even quicker than that.
Yeah.
The bell rang and he just walks out and bang.
Yeah, right hand.
You know what I mean? Right hand.
Yeah.
Knocked him out, man.
Yeah.
What a shot. And I like that because, it just shows how strong you are, even so young, like knocking people.
Crazy, yeah. It was like half my fights were like knockouts. Like either like knocking them down, or like actual out cold, sometimes towel. Yeah, half my fights.
So what's your professional record now? It's 3-0, isn't it?
3-0, yeah, 2 knockouts.
2 knockouts.
Yeah.
Decent.
And that was drama.
Decent, yeah.
That was drama trying to get his pro license as well, man. Yeah,
Was it actually? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few things that's kind of halted stopped his
Held him back. Held him back.
stopped his progress.
A lot of things.
A lot
to
of
be
things.
honest. A lot of things. Like I think that like there's so much things going on around me, where every person would think, if it was happening to them, they would think I'm doomed. Literally, bro. For whatever reason, there's always something happening. I feel like it's just crazy. A lot, like I'm so much.
It is
I
crazy.
think everyone if you would stand in my shoes, you would have quit already. You would have said, "Fuck that."
Done.
Sorry
Finished.
for my language, but you could do so much things, right?
Yeah.
I can stop boxing right now and say, "Nah, I'm gonna do something else. Cause I'm modeling as well. I can make money of just standing in a picture, but I'm choosing to get punched in the face.
Tell us about, those struggles trying to get a pro license. You know what I mean? Because I know you went through a lot in that situation. Tell everyone the process and what happened.
Well, I think the first struggle I faced in getting my pro license was my eyesight. Yeah, because I was actually, everything was planned already. So we had a fight day. I remember it like it was yesterday.
What's the date?
29th.
29th. He used to go around the gym going, September 29th. What's the place?
Tolworth.
Tolworth.
And I was telling everyone, 29th, Tolworth, be there. Rah. Everyone. I was screaming it out loud. I was so happy I was going to make my professional debut. Because that's the reason I came to the UK, to be honest. Well, there was a lot of reasons why I felt like I had to leave the place I was from, just to really start over and just focus on this one thing I really love and I want to pursue, and that's boxing. So
we're going to get back to those reasons, though, yeah?
Yeah.
But tell them about carry on about the license, man.
Yeah, but me being so excited, I was so excited to finally be a professional boxer, and, telling everyone, 29th, Tolworth, I'm going to do this. I believe so much in myself. It's crazy. And then the week before the fight, literally the week before the fight, because I was going through all the, you know, the medicals and me thinking I'm as healthy as you can be. So I'm definitely going to pass my, you know, my medicals. And then the week before the fight, I'm getting the, they announced that I failed my medicals. You know, and I was
I'm waiting for it.
Oh man. So, but you know, at first you're like, what? Yeah, you failed your eye test. I was like, what? But my eyes are healthy.
Yeah, you
I was
couldn't really understand
short-sighted.
it. Yeah.
I was short-sighted, but I've been boxing with my eyes for, I don't know if you know about eyesight, but I was a -4. It's quite a lot for if you want to read something on a, if you want to watch telly or if you want to read something on the screen, you know, then it's quite a lot. But for me, I'm fighting, you know, I don't need to look at the little, the writing on your gloves. No, I need to see where your punches are going, and I could, you know, with -4, you're definitely so that's something I had to deal with, you know. I can't go around and say, no, I can fight, so give me my, you know, my medical, you know.
And I didn't even know, you know. Just one time in sparring, a contact fell out. And goes, coach, pick that up. Pick up the contact. I said, what are you on about, contact? You wear contacts. You know what I mean? So sparring and everything and with contacts is crazy, man.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, I didn't care really. Like, the only problem was if there's one in, you don't see depth.
Yeah.
If they're both out, then I was fine. But one was it's a bit annoying.
Sure, yeah.
But still, I was still managing. But then, okay, they say I can't get my license, you know, and then I was like, right, what am I going to do? Well, thank God there's LASIK eye surgery. I went to the net because I was looking at places to do it. I was even thinking going to Turkey or wherever, because, you know, in the UK, I was looking at Harley Street. It was proper expensive.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So I was like, nah, man. So I found this place in Amsterdam. Flew out to Amsterdam. I went for, how do you say,
Consultation.
consultation. Yeah, I go in there to check if my eyes are healthy to do it. So as I go in there, I had an appointment with the surgeon or whatever, and he looks at my eyes. He said, yeah, it's all good, and yeah, you can definitely get this one. That's the only one I had to, like, there's different types of surgery, so there was one particular one I needed to do, which wouldn't affect my with the boxing. It's also the most painful one, but not like painful, but it was like so terrible, honestly terrible. So I said, okay, when can I do it? And then he made a joke. He said, well, today. And he was laughing. I said, today? He looked at me like, what are you? I came there by myself, you know, and then he made it happen. I was like, listen, I need it as soon as possible. You know, I'm going to be the champ of the world. I need this. You know, I need my eyes to be...
Are you awake when
good.
you get it done?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're looking into the laser.
Oh, man, that must hurt, man.
Well,
did it hurt more during or after?
No, the during is just a mental thing, because like all your senses are being triggered. You know, you smell, like, you know, the smell of burned eye is the same smell of hair burning, because they actually burn it. So I'm smelling this smell of my eye.
You're like, what's burning? Is the hair burning or something?
It's your eye.
Did you have to wear like some funky glasses afterwards?
Yeah. So it's the smell. Is obviously you're just looking into the laser and the knife, and you know they're like scraping the top of your lens off.
I can't see.
It's terrible. It's so bad, and they have
must
a
hurt.
thingy in your eye, a clamp, so your eye stays open.
Yeah.
And they're spraying in your eye, you know, because it's gonna dry out. So they're spraying, and it's terrible. So you and the noise as well of the thingy that they use. They go, so it's a nightmare. But eventually I done it. What's it called? Yeah, I had to wear the glasses, and the recovery was so slow. It was like, I thought that after so they said the recovery is gonna be like 2 months or something, 3 months. Then you can start sparring again and whatever. Man, eventually it only healed after a year or something. Then I could do the medical again, and
yeah, it's crazy. Because you had to do a medical again after all that was like healed. You had
Yeah,
to wait
after
for a
it was
while.
healed, yeah.
It was like a year.
Yeah.
It's like a year, and then he had to do it all over again. You had to pay the whole thing all over again, and it's a lot of money for a boxer that's on the way up.
Yeah.
You're not getting backed by sponsors or managers. You have that comes out of your own pocket. You know what I mean? So it was a struggle.
Actually, these times I was still with that manager.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
These times that he supported me, definitely. He supported me financially as well. Unfortunately, things didn't really go well with them, but yeah, man.
He went again, and I remember the moment he officially became a pro, because he was about to start training. Oh, this was in a different gym at the time, so we're upstairs. He's upstairs. The toilets are downstairs. So I go to the toilet, and then I get a message from his new management saying Martin's passed his medical. You got to remember.
I hear someone in the background.
Yeah,
It was coming
running.
up.
I ran so fast up the stairs, banged through the doors, and I started cuddling him, going, "Yes, you got your license." He's looking around like, "What the hell's going on?"
Yeah.
He's saying, "You're a pro. You're officially a professional boxer." So that was like a magical moment, man. Yeah. Like, it was crazy, man. All that struggle, and then to go through everything you went through when you were younger. Actually, what made you go to the UK? Because you said, I know your dad lives in the UK.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what was the reason you came to the UK in the first place? To get away from all that stuff? Find a new life?
No. So I was already very familiar with the area. So because my dad lived in the UK, I mentioned him leaving us at a young age, but still we had a lot of family here through my dad's side, right? So we would visit an auntie, or even my dad, we would come here and, go around, and so we was always out in the park and just going out, and I don't know, so I meet a lot of people in the street as well. And now I inspired a boy to box, and because he was looking at me and I was showing him videos and I was going to international tournaments, so he looked at me, was like, "Wow, I want to do this." So he starts boxing, and then the year after, when I went to London again, he come up to me. He said, "Oh, come to my gym." I said, "Okay, cool, yeah, let's see what it's about."
Yeah.
Because when I might have asked him, because I really wanted to make something of myself in boxing, and I knew it wasn't going to be in the Netherlands. I knew that either had to go Germany or the UK. Yeah, because in Germany there's a bit of professional boxing as well. But yeah, the UK was there for me as well. I felt like this was the better choice.
And now this is home for you.
It is, man.
So it's not so. Apart from the old boxing, you do a bit of modelling as well, don't you? Yeah. Not even a bit of modelling. You actually do quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that actually happened relatively quickly when you got into All Stars.
Yeah.
Because you came into All Stars boxing gym first.
Yeah, true.
Started boxing there, and then the modelling came about.
Yeah.
It's crazy how it came about, innit?
Yeah. It's actually sick because I was, I had this. It's funny because I had a Louis Vuitton pouch. You're thinking, what has this to do with modelling? I had a Louis Vuitton pouch, and those messenger bags.
The ones that you can buy, yeah.
And a friend of a friend wanted to buy my bag. He loved it so much. I was like, yeah, you can have it for this much money. And he had half of it on him. So he's like, listen, I'll give you the money now, and the other half I'm gonna give you next week, something like that. But that next week never came, and so because it was a friend of a friend, it was very hard to get to him. Then my friend, because I was more of a friend to him than the other guy, so he said, "Oh, he's there and there now. He probably got money now. He's shopping in Oxford Street, so go and get it." So we go out there, and I'm angry, right? So I'm going all these places and like, where is this guy? I'm looking for him, and then I get approached by by the managing director of IMG. He steps up to me, and I wasn't in the mood, so he approaches me and he's like, you see, I think he ran after me up the stairs because I was then he grabbed me by my arm and he was like, are you interested in doing modeling? Or have you ever thought of becoming a model?
Yeah.
But I had bad experiences. I've been approached before, and I wasn't in my place, and I didn't like it. The whole going through there, and then they say, oh, you need to cut your hair, because I had dreads at the time. Oh, but you shouldn't be boxing, or you shouldn't do this. They want to change your image.
Oh, really?
It was my experience.
Yeah.
From other agencies where I went, and so that's my experience. So when he approached me, I was like, "But are you serious though? Have you got jobs?" That's the first thing I said. Do you have proper jobs? And he was like, yeah. You know what? Take my card and have a look on the website or whatever, and
see what you think.
And then we can we can have a talk. So we walk out, and the first bin I saw, I wanted to dash it in there and go look for my money, but then my friend he recognized the name. It was IMG, and so he said, oh no, hold on. So he grabs his phone and we look it up, and he had like 1 million followers. I was like, what?
Yeah.
This can be serious.
Yeah.
So I think
start looking at the numbers.
yeah, it is a numbers game, right? Like, then you think like all of a sudden you think, wow, this might be big. So I think 2 weeks later or something, I wasn't too excited yet, but I think 2 weeks later we gave him a call, and in the meeting, it's funny, I said, listen, I can keep my hair, yeah, or like, all these things I was afraid of. I was saying it, and they said, no, we like it like this, and the boxing, and it suits you, and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, cool, let's do this. And then it was quiet. I thought, right, I signed this contract with a big agency, and I'm not working. I think maybe a month or 2 months later, they
flooded in, calls start flooding in.
No, yeah, they said, oh, we got an option for Philip Line, the designer, a catwalk. And I thought, nah, it must be just some I don't know, exhibition thing, or like, that can't be the actual Philip
like
Line.
Big, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't really expect too much of it. So they eventually, it's confirmed. So they say, okay, your option, they put you as an option, and then eventually they say, oh, you're confirmed, you're flying then and then. I was like, wait, what? I'm flying then and then. So I'm looking at this email, I'm like, rah! And it said, oh, it's going to be at the house of Philip Line. I was like, is that his house? And
We probably think it's some trick or
I
getting
was
kidnapped or something.
You have to imagine, these times, I've never been on a holiday, yeah? I've never really been out the country. And then, flying out there, it was the south of France, it was beautiful. See, and...
Yeah, south of France is actually nice. I've been a few times.
Yeah, it was beautiful, nice. I think we flew to Nice. No, yeah, from the airport, meet the other models, they're from IMG as well, and then we went, we had a driver when we got to the airport. He drove us to the fitting. And then when I get there, I just look at this beautiful hotel, and as I go in there, there's all these clothing and stuff, and we get to sit in there. It was a beautiful girl, so as soon as I got there, I'm like, hurrah, look at all these girls, and just talking to them and socializing, and then they call me into the room, right, the fitting room. There's all these clothing, and I had no idea of the people I had in front of me, and so they're sitting there, and like behind the a little desk, and I'm standing in front of them, like, so they asking me, oh, do you like the clothing? I was like, yeah, I love it. Yeah. I used to have some Philip Line, I had some clothing as well, and I start joking with them, and then the guy says, oh, Floyd Mayweather's coming. He's coming tomorrow or tonight or something like that. I was like, shut up. I didn't believe it. I was like, what's this guy saying? But this guy was Philip Line, who I was talking to. I didn't even know what he looked like. I thought Philip Line was a brand, not a person. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
So I'm talking to this guy, to Philip Line, you know, joking around, and he's, oh yeah, and then he showed me the clothing, and oh yeah, I love it, and then okay, then you know, get into the clothing. He's like, okay, so that's what you're gonna wear. Okay, cool, nice. Took some pictures, and then went out the little fitting room. Then some other guys, and you know, just socializing. Next day, we go to his house. You know, so I'm there. I'm looking. I'm entering the house. I see this, you know, like the riches. You know,
Yeah.
which I've never seen like that. You know, I've never been in environments where you see like rich
Different world,
people.
isn't it? It's
Yeah,
like a
like
different world,
listen, you see people with like bust down APs. You know, I've never seen that. You know, I'm thinking, I'm plotting already. Like, how can I get what he's got? You know, I'm thinking easy. These days, I was still like, I wasn't the Martin I am now. You know, I'm like, I was still with this hood mentality where I'm thinking, wow, I need to call my you know, and see what we can make happen. So, but the longer I'm there, I'm realizing that we are all coming from, we're all human, right? We just come from different places in life and different areas. But I realized that I was so much further mentally than a lot of people I was meeting, you know. But they had the riches, they had all these diamonds and all these expensive everything. And I was like, it was like I wanted to fit in a way, you know. I was feeling like, "Rah, I'm far behind these people," but on the other hand, I was like, I was so happy. I was grateful for the place I came from because it learned me so much in life. Because when I talk to someone, I'm actually trying to get to know someone. Like, I'm trying to see what made you into the person you are today, right? And I saw a lot of people lacking certain things, right? Okay, they know a lot of things are normal to them. But I'm looking at, for example, I'm looking at a lot of stuff where I'm like, the simplest things I'm amazed by, and I'm like, wow, that's beautiful. You know, even the way, like, everything was so beautiful and perfect. And I was just a lot of appreciation, and that made me change my mentality as well. Like, why look for the easy way where you can earn it in, you know, the right way, you know, and just in an honest way. And it's just eye opener, man. Like, from that moment, it was really like, wow, we can actually make it happen, you know.
Yeah, and
It got closer. Like, yeah, you was talking about no, you was talking about looking up to Mourinho or something. No, Thierry Henry. Yeah.
Mourinho.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about football.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about football. Mourinho, if you're watching, sorry, nothing against you. But what's it called? Yeah, for me, it was, everything is so far away, you know? Like, I was looking at boxing on YouTube, yeah? As I got into boxing, you know, I was my cousin who brought me into it, but then the people I was looking up to was Roy Jones, Muhammad Ali, you know, but these are not yet, they're not humans, right? Because you're it's so distant. You're like, these people did what they done, but it's not, it doesn't feel real. It's like so far away. And so it's hard to really look at them and say, yeah, that's, you know, I want to become like that. I do want to become like that, but it's like, it's hard to, like, but I'm from here though. How am I gonna, you know, make my way to where they are from where I'm coming from? It's so hard. For you, you can look at Thierry Henry. He's in London. I don't know where you grew up, but it's not too far away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
I
about?
get what
Like,
you're saying. I get what you're saying.
yeah, so it's like,
what you say there is, you know, it's weird. Like, you say football, right? Football, you can't just turn up to a training ground
yeah,
and just walk up to Cristiano Ronaldo or a Thierry Henry.
Yeah.
But in boxing, you can walk into a gym and you'll see Floyd Mayweather there. You know what I mean? And get to speak to him.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about boxing. It's such an honest sport, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like respect for one another because you're warriors, you're gladiators.
yeah,
And you walk down the freaking aisle with Floyd Mayweather. Do they
Yeah.
call it aisle or runway?
Yeah.
Modeling runway
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Floyd Mayweather.
That's mad.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, oh yeah, I didn't even get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. So, back to the modeling. So, yeah, I'm there and they said, look, Floyd Mayweather was coming, but I didn't take it serious,
Yeah, of course.
you know? And then, because I was, like, and I was not into any media stuff. I
Yeah.
didn't know any of the models, yeah? I knew one girl, Winnie Harlow, because she was quite famous because of her skin. So I was like, and one other boy I was flying with. So I didn't know nothing about the people that were there, but there was so much celebrities, you know, which I was cracking up with, catching jokes with. Then my cousin from Netherlands, she calls me up. She goes, "Oh my God, you're with this and that person from this and this." I said, "Who's that?" He said, "Yeah, you're in their stories and blah blah." I said, "I don't know who it is." And then I thought, what, that person is that famous? What? I thought they were dumb people. You know what I'm talking about?
But when you started to get into it, you
Yeah.
started to love it.
Yeah, I loved it
Yeah.
because everyone's just so coming from different areas in life, right? And then I realized that people really idolize someone without knowing what they're really like. And as I get to speak to these people, I'm like, wait a minute, you're not special.
Yeah.
I don't know what brought you here, but you are blessed. But then I realized, wait, they're not blessed because mentally they're not they're not developed the way I developed mentally, you know, because I had to come from a long way. Things I was going through at the age of 13, 14, they will go through when they're 30 or something. You know what I'm talking about? So
Yeah.
it's like I'm blessed in another way. Yeah.
But you also had fun.
Oh yes.
Loads of fun.
Loads of fun.
You know what? He's, you know, because he failed his his eyesight at first. Yeah. He failed his eyesight. You know, it took a long time to get his pro license. So in between that, I was the kind of coach, I could have been the kind of coach to be like, no, we have to do this, But you know what? When he started the modelling, I was like, you know what? Let me just chill for a bit. He ain't getting his license anytime soon. Let him go and have some fun, you know what I mean? So I didn't really mind him flying here, flying there. He's earning money at the same time, you know what I mean? So it's keeping him happy, keeping him good frame of mind. Because if I didn't let him do that, maybe he'd go back to Holland, the Netherlands, and go back into that bad stuff he used to do or get involved in or whatever. So that's why I liked you doing that, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even Love Island.
You think we were gonna slip away and not mention Love Island, man?
And that's all in while we're waiting, right?
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
Because Love Island came soon as I got out of a contract.
Yeah.
With another management. You know what? I came out of contract, yeah. The reason for that was like, I felt undervalued, right? To say it short, like in a short way, because like the first one where, because these things happen, right? An opponent gets injured or whatever before a fight. But for me, I'm like, look, if I was in their best interest, they would straight away, soon as someone pulls out, straight away they start looking for another opponent.
Course, yeah.
Boom, they got an opponent. They can get an opponent in a day.
Easy.
Right? But they delayed until like 2 days before the fight, something like that. They called up 2 opponents, didn't want it or whatever, for whatever reason. Might have been too expensive, the opponent, or might have been this or that. I don't care. But didn't happen. Okay, boom, that's all right. You know? Same time, I'm calling up all my friends and family, also from the Netherlands, from Spain, from Italy, because I met a lot of friends because of the modeling. I've meeting so much people around the world, which are so interested because I believe in myself. I believe I can do this. So they're like, wow, I want to back it. You know, I want to support you, although it will cost me booking flights, booking hotels, getting tickets for your fight. You know, they're willing to do that, yeah, from all these countries just to support me because they believe in me, and then I'm not fighting. So I'm feeling bad, you know, I'm feeling so bad. And then I'm saying, look, this happened, I'm apologizing. Oh, obviously, I can't do nothing about it, you know, but I'm apologizing because they believe in me and things are not happening. And then the next fight, literally the very, very next fight, again, same thing, yeah? Nothing to do with the opponent this time before fight. I step on the scales, yeah? So I'm bang on, right? They look at the thingy. They even let me weigh in, you know. So I'm weighing in. So before a fight, for people that don't know, you step on the scales, you know, you have to be bang on the weight, whatever weight is set for the fight, and then you fight. So I'm weighing in, bang on. Then the official, there's always ring officials and people that, you know, you know what I'm talking about. He looks at the thingy, he goes, yeah, you're bang on weight, but your opponent weighed in 3 weight classes below you. I said, what? 3 or 2, I can't remember, but it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So it was illegal to fight him.
Of course, yeah.
So he goes, yeah, we can't let that happen. That fight was off straight away.
Done.
Then they said, oh, we're going to try to get you another opponent. What? In 3 hours, 4 hours? Are you crazy? Of course I'm not fighting. Yeah. You know? So that's the and then their excuse was, yeah, the matchmaker was on a holiday. What are you talking about? So that's when I felt like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So anyways, they let me go, you know, out the contract, the management contract. So they let me go. In that moment, I got approached back to Love Island.
Well, so how did you get approached? Did they like Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, or did you apply?
No. So it was actually a friend of my brother knew the casting agent. So they were asking him. She was asking him, and then that guy was my brother was living with him. Oh no, actually, no, he was not. Oh yeah, he was. Sorry. So they were living together.
We got there.
Listen, they were living together, and he was like, what about him then? Does he want to do it as well? My brother had a girlfriend. So he was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Of course, yeah.
Then they looked on his Instagram, they saw a picture with me. They said, wait, hold on, you got a little brother. What about him? And then my brother said, oh, bro, listen, they're going to approach you for this and that. I was like, what? Seriously? Then they messaged me, they had a little call, another call. They was like, yeah, okay. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I just came out my contract.
Let's do it.
I'm sure I'm not going to fight in the next... Because over summer in the UK, there's not many fights.
Yeah, and he needed to find a manager.
I was like, you know what? Let's do this. Like, I'm not going to fight anyways.
So this is Love Island, the Netherlands, yeah?
It's the Dutch Love Island. Yeah. It was the pilot. It was the first ever Love Island. So I couldn't even go online and see what it was really about, you know, in the Dutch one. I watched a little bit of the UK one. Yeah. I'm not into reality TV at all, you know, for watching it. But doing it myself, I was like, why not?
Yeah.
I'm an adventurous guy. I like to have fun. So yeah.
Good experience.
I told Coach was like, he was laughing at first, right?
Where did you finish? Where did you?
Second.
Oh, you come second?
I came second, yeah. Second.
Came second. I mean, I watched, tried to watch some of it, but the problem was it was all in Dutch.
Yeah.
So, you know, I preferred just to watch the highlights. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff of you on there, man. You know what I mean?
Like what? Let's know. Give us an example.
I don't think he really wants to go into that, to tell the truth. Nah, it's fine, man. You know why? You know why it's fine? Because, you know, I know he's going to get teased about it, you know, at press conferences.
Of course.
And it's just going to make it more sweeter when you knock him out, you know what I mean? Yeah. But there was one part that made me laugh on there. And I don't know what you was doing. You was doing a task or whatever.
See, in Love Island,
actually, there's 2 memories of you. And it ain't just you just, you know, walking around in some sunglasses or whatever. It's one, you were dressed up as a... Was you dressed up as a... You dressed up. You were playing a game where you dressed up.
Dressed up? Like what?
I don't know. You had a handbag and
everything. We're going down that road.
A little cross-dressing.
The example, huh? The example.
The example, and he's hopping about, you know, on the TV. And then the other one was... Man.
On, spit it out.
He had a banana. And it was in the other guy's mouth and in his mouth. And they were rolling about like this together. Cuddling on the floor. So they're the 2 memories.
Yeah.
But you made good friend with that guy. I think you came like quite close.
One of the guys on there.
Yeah, not all of them. Because the funny thing is in our season, like, it was like the guys, like the guys we started with,
Yeah.
we basically finished with.
That's mad.
Like other guys came, but they had no success really. So it was like,
Yeah.
it was the first guy. You're all there together, but back to those challenges. You know what? The crazy thing is, a lot of times I would sit back and say, no, I'm not doing this. You know, so, no, I'm not doing this. And then they would say, no, you signed the contract and blah,
Oh,
blah.
really?
So I'm fighting with the production team. Or like fighting, arguing. I'm
Yeah.
arguing. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. So this is not, it goes beyond my standards. Or like, that's not me.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to paint a picture of myself that's not me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And
Yeah.
then, oh, no, but you don't have to go over the top with it. You can do. And then eventually when I did it, I was like, it wasn't even so bad.
Yeah, it wasn't
you know,
bad, yeah.
it was just my pride. You know, when you're too proud, you know, as a man to dress up as a girl for fun. Because
Yeah.
I don't think it's fun, to be honest. But as we're doing it, and I see the other guys do it, I'm cracking up.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I'm laughing, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, look at this idiot. And then I do it myself, and then we're all laughing about it. So it wasn't bad at all.
I think any man that's comfortable in their own skin
Yeah.
won't mind doing things like that. I've done things like that. So.
Yeah.
So
No,
look,
you,
it's-
have you? Yeah, he said,
What?
you ain't said anything about that. I've never known you do anything like that.
That's
before.
for another time. Man. That's for another time. That's for another time. Let's talk about pro boxing. Let's turn it back to pro boxing.
Yeah.
Finally got your license.
Finally got my
We
license.
said that. We
Yeah.
were cuddling. We were happy.
Yeah.
Signed with the management.
Yeah.
Pro debut. How did that feel, man?
Finally. Wow. Knocked him out in the first round.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Was you his coach?
Yeah, I've been his.
From when he
Yeah,
made
I've
pro,
been his
yeah?
coach
Yeah, yeah.
for even when he was an amateur.
Amateur, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When he come to the UK, I was his.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Tell him how we met, man.
Yeah, so, yeah, literally, the first day I came to the gym, I think in the beginning maybe there was a lot of coaches in the gym. And Daley was one of them. I keep calling him coach.
Yeah,
It's coach.
yeah.
To me, I don't even call him by his name, it's
Call
coach
him
for me.
coach,
But,
yeah.
he was there and we were just doing some pad work, even recorded it as well. Like, you said, like, first time training, you know, holding the pads for this kid and and from there, it was perfect.
Just
It was
clicked,
perfect.
just clicked.
It clicked. Even as a person, I thought, just really calm. You know, the first time you meet someone, you know, I thought, oh, bro, you know, he's not one of them old coaches. He's just, you know,
Don't big him up. Too.
so
guy's
fit,
head-
you know.
Don't big him up
So
too much.
got a lot of speed. But the thing about Coach, about Daley is that the reason I love training him with him so much is that he understands every aspect of fighting, boxing, and coaching. You know, he will look at me like I can do the best move. Yeah, I can do. Everyone would think, wow, he done this so well. But he will see the flaw. He will be like, he said, yes, you did it right. It was amazing. But see how you stepped there with your foot, or see how you brought your elbow, or whatever.
Fine
Anything.
details.
He'll
Fine
see
detail,
it. He'll correct me. We'll work on it, you know, in a good way as well. Because it's all like to lift me up, you know. It's like we go well together. Right, and I understand him because we speak the same language basically.
Yeah, we can
You know?
we can be in a ring, for example, for like 20 minutes in
Yeah.
between pad work, talking,
So
breaking things down. I love it when he comes and asks me questions. I don't like a coach that just
there to train and fight.
just
and
train.
nothing
Yeah,
else.
I like that. I like them to take responsibility.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's good with that. I've never seen in all my life someone and like. He is a definition of a true athlete when it comes down to his physique, when it comes down to his work ethic. He's there every day. One of those people that, you know, you get these type of boxers, you got a boxer, you go and do that bag work. Maybe you have to go and deal with another fighter. So you go and do 6 rounds on the bag. This is exactly what I want you to do. Guaranteed, you turn your back and that fighter's not working as hard.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm 100% comfortable and with Martin. that I can turn my back and he can do bag work to the highest level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's his work ethic. So that's why, we go well because we speak the same language. We've got the same mindset
Same vision as well.
and the same vision.
Because
Yeah.
honestly, if it was the other way around, coach would have done the same.
Yeah.
That's why we blend well together. Because honestly, when I think, when I go on that bag, there can be one moment, you get tired, right? After, I don't know how many rounds, like 12, 13, 15 rounds. Of course you're going to get tired. But I'm so well aware of, I'm going to have to go this many rounds when I go in the ring. I have to fight. Like, I can't let it, I can't get weaker as time goes by. I need to go, I don't know, I'm just so aware of what it takes to become a champion. I always, when we're in the gym, I always scream that when it gets hard, I say the legends never quit. So why would I?
Martin, the example, Foru,
Yeah.
thank you for coming in
Thank you
today
so much,
and
man.
sharing this.
Thank
know
you
what I
so
mean?
much.
Even though I know you,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's just a privilege to sit down with you like this, away from the gym,
Yeah, true.
talk about your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We always do it while we're sitting down outside, freezing cold, having a coffee.
yeah.
Like stuff that I didn't
You know
even
what I mean?
know. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I've known you, I don't know you as much as Daley knows you.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
yeah,
So to have you here, everyone go support him. I mean, it might sound biased because I'm his coach, but unbelievable talent. For sure going to be a world champion. Why wait until he becomes a world champion to get behind him? Get behind him right now because he's going to become one, trust me. What a show. Joe the Baller, thanks for being here.
no worries.
I'm Daley Perales. This is The Violent Mic, powered by Violent Money. Don't forget to like, subscribe on our YouTube channel. See you next time.